what's going on, guys? Chord Master is here, and in today's video we are looking at sampling on the OP-1 field. Now, to me, sampling on the OP-1 field is quite the enigma because this is a piece of equipment that is a professional, portable, amazing, weird, powerful, just interesting piece of equipment, the OP-1 field is. And it's a 4-track recorder, but it has a lot of other capabilities. As I go ahead and clean little stains up off my desk here, and this is staying in the video because this is how we do things out here in Chord Master's lair. Why did I call this a lair? It's a studio. Maybe Chord Master's lair might be a thing. I don't know. But it can do so many things, right? The OP-1 field is a sampler. As I mentioned, it's a 4-track recorder at its most fundamental level. But you have sequencers in here. You have synth engines in here. You have, drum samples in here. The heat just turned on. I'm going to turn the heat off because this mic that I'm using is going to pick up all the sounds, and I'm not feeling that. So we're going to go ahead and just turn that heat off momentarily. And yes, sampling on here is something that I want to learn better. And for me, I use Koala Sampler all the time, right? On my OP-1, on my iPad mini. And Koala Sampler is incredible. It allows me to be able to sample quickly, tactile, fingers, drag, do things that I want to do like immediately. On here, I cannot sample on here effectively the way that I would like to sample on the OP-1 field. And I want to explore, maybe some people out there can give me some tips. Maybe I'll discover something as we're moving forward in the video. But this whole thing came about from when I reached out to my man Shane, aka Indian Run Music, on Instagram. Check out his stuff if you haven't already. He's incredible, super talented, and yeah, real cool guy. But I hit him up and I said, yo, I want to be able to, let me try to articulate this as best I can. I want to be able to have a sample playing, as we're going to explore right now in this Radiooooo app, which is incredible. And that's part of what this video is about too. I want to talk about how cool this app is here to sample from, whether it's on your OP-1 field or anywhere else. But it plays really, really amazing sounds and music from all over the world, different decades. It's so cool. But I don't understand how like recording a sample in and then having to go to each of these keys and then trim the start and end points versus, right, me playing the sample or me playing audio here and then like hitting the sample button and then like tapping the key when I want that sample to start and end. That, I guess they call it lazy sampling, lazy slicing in Koala Sampler. That is what I need in order for me to be able to sample on here. So I want to explore and see if that is even a thing that we can figure out a way to do on here. So a couple things. I'm going to hit the play button and I'm just going to kind of show you this, my first way of sampling, right? It's kind of going into a new tape. Let's turn beat match doesn't need to be on. Let's go on free. And I'm going to show you guys how this goes. I'm going to like explore this radio app a little bit, find like a sound or a song that I think sounds interesting. And then I'll kind of show you what I currently do. And I have a video on this already, sort of recording to tape and not to the actual sampler. So let's do that. All right, so you get the idea. The very first song that I went to is amazing, as you just heard. So what I would do, and I have a feeling that we're going to discover something really useful in this video. Let me make sure I got enough storage on there. Yeah, okay, I got enough storage. So I would then play this. I'm going to move this mic back a little bit so I can kind of get busy, lean in a little bit here, get the vibes going. All right, cool. Here we go. Check it out. Hang on, I messed up. Right, try that again. Okay, so we have a loop there. Okay, we have a loop going. So this is what I would usually do. So that type of thing. I would slide with the shift and forward back, and I would just mess around with pitch shifting and stopping and all that kind of stuff. But I want to be able to chop this and be like don 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 don, like that type of thing. And in order to do that, there's two different ways that I know of. As a piece of my hair fell off my beard. Okay. Is to go into the sampler. So like, let's explore that, right? So if we go into the drum track and we go into drums and we go here, we're now in sampler mode. So now I believe if I hit play, so I'm going to go to a different song now, and I'm going to show you, I guess, I'm going to turn this down and level this out so that we're at a good level for sampling coming in. Let's go to a different song. Explore this now. So this part right here. So I hear bump, 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 bump. So I want to grab that. Right there. And then let's bring this volume up. So a couple things. We need gate. Oh, we need this to be gated too. I'm learning something right as we go. So let's see. Have something there. Let's explore this. So we have that type of thing. Let's see. So we have that. Let's see. couple things I just learned just now. What I said to open the video up about sampling is actually not entirely true. That was mad fun and that was dope. So yeah, you can do it. It is doable, of course, obviously. There's a sampler on here. People use the sampler on here all the time and make some incredible stuff with it. But when it comes to that, I think just like anything else, it's just about experimenting. What I was, I guess, kind of hoping to be able to do is, I guess, punch in. Have this playing, and I'm gonna try experimenting a little bit now, but go to like another sound on here and then like punch in to the key when I want the slices to happen. That's what I was kind of like wanting. But then as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I wonder if because this is a new / retro inspired device, that type of functionality maybe didn't exist back then. And maybe that's why it's not here. I'm not exactly sure. Same with like undo and stuff, right? So that could be what's happening here. But in any case, let's continue experimenting. Let's try sampling again, and this time let's try a different song, and maybe try pitching it, and maybe getting a couple different, like maybe a few more chops to it, and let's see how that goes. All right, so let's see.
Cuando yo te compra choclo y después te salude, ¿cómo te va? Un pochoclo yo te di y nació nuestra amistad, la amistad que al mundo da la dicha inmensa de vivir. Un pochoclo yo te di y
That's sick, yo.
te va, salude, te va.
So now if I want to figure out how to chop this is where it becomes a thing, where it's like, okay, first off, I would like to be able to increase the volume of all these samples at the same time, not one after another. I have to be like, oh, that's +8. Oh, that's +8. And maybe I'm complaining. I don't know. I'm so used to not having to do it this way. But, right? Like, But let's try it. Let's go through the process. Maybe everything doesn't need to be so rushed when you're making music. Maybe that's the whole purpose here. Slow down and do, if it's something you want to do or need to do, then do it. And be intentional about it. So let's, no, you don't have to keep letting go. You can just stay here, which is good, I guess. So you kind of feel where I'm going at here, hopefully, guys. So I'm excited to try. Let's try to chop this using the OP-1 field. Chop a sample on the OP-1 field, first time. And let's see what this sounds like, and then go from there. And then save the sample, I guess. But now if you want to pitch, that's the other thing. You got to pitch down as well if you want to. And if you want to change everything, so that's the whole thing. Okay, so let's pause for a sec. So if I wanted to pitch everything down, change the volume on everything, and change everything to gate, I have to do that manually on every single chop. That, again, I don't know the history of sampling and how things were on the ASR 10 or whatever Kanye was talking about on one of his videos I was just watching the other day. But what I do know is that in 2023, I don't want to have to do that for every single. That's going to deter me from sampling on here. Quite frankly, it's going to make me want to sample on here, but on Koala Sampler. But that's a whole nother set of issues for me. Using Koala Sampler, if I wanted to sample directly like I just did, I'd have to do a screen share, record the screen, then remember to delete it later because of storage and blah 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 blah. And that whole workflow does not work well for me. I suppose I could sample, if I have my TX6 mixer here, I could basically, plug my iPad to the TX6 mixer, USB, and then send like my iPhone into one of the ports. I can do that if I wanted, but that's not that fun either. That's multiple devices. And so, yeah, there's no perfect setup, but anyway, let's continue exploring.
Y después te salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de 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 te salude, ¿cómo te va? Salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de 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 te salude, como y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Te va, te va. Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después te va. Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de te
So we can take this and we can bring this down a little bit.
y después de salude, ¿cómo te va?
So we can do something like this.
Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Y salude, ¿cómo te va? Y después de
So we can do something like that, right? That's pretty cool. Let's go forward a little. Let's go here.
y después de y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? 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 Y después de te salude, ¿cómo te va?
So we can do something like that. And let's try
Y
looking that.
después de te salude, ¿cómo te va? Y 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 después
Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a second. We learned some stuff. Let me just recap. I can go on for a while here. Maybe I might do one more. I don't know what time. It's like 24 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going or not because I have some other things. I have to practice piano a little bit tonight. But this video, the point of this was to talk to you guys about sampling on the OP-1 field, and I just had a really damn good time doing so. So I'm gonna press and hold this. Doing so is not the right exact wording that I should have used there, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Let's save that. And let's save this. I gotta worry about like file management and stuff. So now I have these saved. So now if I go, that's the other thing, right? So if I go into here and go into, these are in snapshots, of course, okay. And then I can like name these differently, and then I can come back here and, you know, fix different, like continue working on different chops so that they're like right on time and stuff, right? But yeah, okay. So that was pretty fun, I must say. That was a good time. Definitely check out Radiooooo. This is an app that I'm very, 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 very fond of. As I start getting, I think this is going to be an absolute cheat code for when I get my hands on that, the real, dang, where's my calculator at? I think I left it in the other room. My daughter was playing with it. When I get my hands on the real EP 133, which I am super patient for. You know, I know Teenage Engineering is you know, they're, what's the word? They're generous enough and, you know, have supported my channel for so long. So they'll be sending me one of those. But, you know, I don't have it yet. And I was kind of like seeing so much of it, so many people posting and stuff. And it was funny because I was thinking about just purchasing it myself. $300, like I could afford to buy a product from TE, like, because I don't buy any of their stuff. So I can afford to do that. But I opted not to. I was like, let me play the waiting game. And then one of my boys who ordered two of them, like one just to get it, and then even though it was like a few weeks out, and then he ordered from somewhere else, and they sent it to, the second order got there faster. He was gonna sell me the one that wasn't there yet, and I was gonna do that. And I was just like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to practice patience. I've just been, you know, messing around with these things for the first time ever, really. Just kind of spending time like learning how to use these and having fun with it. Like I have these two. This is the arcade and the rhythm, and I have the KO upstairs, like in my bedroom. And so I'm just like, oh, okay, I can just like have these on my desk, like in my room, and I can just jam out and, you know, have an alarm on here if I want, and just kind of experience something that the rest of the world, have experienced using these that I haven't. I just jump right to the OPZ and stuff. But yeah, so I say all that to say I'm very patient, but when I do get my hands on one, I better watch out because, well, you don't have to watch out, but I'm going to make some crazy stuff on there. I already know because it's using, from the conversations I've had, a lot of the DNA of stuff that I just understand super well, like the OB4, like the OPZ. And so I feel like I'm going to be able to pick that thing up and just like, yeah, just have a blast using it. But like I said, I'm patient right now. I'm about the stuff that I do have, and I'm fortunate and grateful to have what I do have. And I thank you guys for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already to support the channel. It's super helpful. Check out my Patreon, as low as $1 a month, to support the channel as well. Some dope content on there. And looking forward to the new year. I have some really exciting stuff planned, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So thank you so much for the support. I really genuinely do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you out on the next video. Peace.